Good evening and welcome. My name is Matt McKnight. I'd like to take the opportunity today to recognize the volunteer fire service in Pennsylvania. As a volunteer fireman myself for over 24 years, I think that it's fitting to introduce you to the people that work for you for free to protect you, your family, your friends, and your neighbors. According to the Office of the State Fire Commissioner, there are over 1,500 volunteer fire companies spread across the 67 counties of Pennsylvania, with a total of less than 50,000 volunteers. While it's amazing that many people would dedicate their time to protect you, 40 years ago there were over 300,000 volunteers. The volunteer fire service has steadily declined in participation due to the increased demands to fundraise to keep the doors open and the power on, the intense and painstaking time required for even the basic training, and the lack of municipal, state, and federal funding to help offset the cost of operations. On top of all that, people just don't have the time to dedicate to volunteering. Today's economics require that the most eligible and qualified volunteers must work more than one job to make ends meet. Chances are that you know someone that volunteers his or her time in your community. While the local municipality is responsible for providing fire protection in your community, most just don't have the funding available to provide for that protection. These 1,500 departments are run by everyday people with everyday jobs and everyday lives, who provide an extraordinary service that is truly taken for granted by most members of the community. Whether it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the morning, these volunteers drop what they're doing to put the fire out, cut the injured from a car, or pump the basement of your neighbor. With that being said, it's important to support your local volunteer fire department by volunteering yourself, supporting their fundraising efforts, making a generous annual donation, and most importantly, thanking them when you see them in the firehouse, at the grocery store, or at your local coffee shop. These volunteers save the Commonwealth over $6 billion a year, which helps decrease the cost of your taxes. Let's get a round of applause for the local volunteer fire service in the state of Pennsylvania and make sure that you say thank you.